everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm excited to get you excited about the Solar Decathlon. So what is it? It's really two things. It starts with a university competition where we challenge university teams to design, build, that's the operative word, build, and operate solar-powered, energy-efficient, innovative houses over a 2-year period, and then come together and compete head-to-head in a central location over about a 2-week period. It's also, because we have these amazing houses, it's also the DOE's largest public event. So we invite the public to come and tour the houses and learn about energy efficiency, renewable energy, and all the cool things that are happening at DOE. So it's called a decathlon because there are 10 contests. So just like in the Olympics. So here are the different contests. Each one is worth 100 points for a maximum of 1,000 points. And the teams peruse our 60-plus page rules document and really come up with holistic designs that make a lot of sense, that are able to be constructed, deconstructed, transported to the site, and reassembled in about a 1-week period. And then deconstructed again and to go to their final resting place. So it's a big design challenge. And as you can see, it's one of the nice things about it is it's also very interdisciplinary. So the winning team is the team that best blends design excellence with smart energy production, innovation, market appeal, and energy and water efficiency. So as you can see, you have to be, teams have to have not only an architecture and engineering, which is kind of an obvious part of building a house, but they also have to be able to communicate it. They also have to do all of the market research, statistical analysis, energy capture, all kinds of other skills have to be represented in this competition. And so what's so great about it is that teams have to really put together multidisciplinary teams that are comprised anywhere from 40 to 400 students. And then they have to work together. They have to deal with all of the frustrations of building a house with a multitude of details, but also reaping the benefits of this huge accomplishment. As you can see, there are asterisks by, 6 of the 10 contests are juried contests. So we have expert jurors who are experts in their fields determining how the teams do in those particular contests. So the best way to get an idea of the Solar Decathlon, if you haven't been to it, is to see photos of it. So as you can see, the first 4 of the contests were held in Washington, D.C. 3 of those were on the Mall. And as you can see, right in front of the Capitol, we create a solar village. And we invite the public to come, and there is a lot of excitement about it, to come and not only see the village, but actually get to go into the houses and interact with these amazingly inspiring students. So here are just some other, this is from the 2009 competition, and as you can see, the houses have gotten a little bit bigger. This was a different configuration because we were not on the mall anymore, the National Mall. We were now in East Potomac Park, right near here. And so this was a different configuration of the village. And then after the 2011, we moved to Orange County, California. And so this is another photo of that. As you can see, there's just a lot of excitement, a lot of people. We estimate we get up anywhere from 60 to 90,000 people visiting the Solar Decathlon. So why do we do it? We have several goals that we hit with the Solar Decathlon, so it's a great way we leverage funds. First of all, it's providing a very unique workforce development experience for the students that are involved. So much so that they're going into all aspects of energy, of architecture, of all kinds of design. They are taking it with them into marketing firms, and et cetera. But it's also a way for us to showcase all of the great stuff that we've been doing at DOE for the last 40-plus years. Because there's also a sustainability expo that we have where we have booths set up, and any organization can come in and share what they're doing. And it's a great way to learn about what we're doing, as well as inspire the public and the kids to take on these new technologies or learn how they can save money, and also experience consumer workshops, which I'll get into in a second. But also, we're an R&D organization. We want to expand innovation. So building on that, there's been different reasons why the Solar Decathlon started. It started originally because not a lot of people knew about solar energy or how to use it in residential building. But it's really evolved, and we still have hiring difficulties. So the recent Energy and Employment Report identified that 73% of employers across the country and across the energy industry are still having hiring difficulty. So this is helping not only develop skills for the students involved who are very prepared to enter the workforce, but also to inspire others to either change careers and come into our industry, or get kids excited to pursue it, understand that they have to take on STEM education, they have to stay in math, they have to figure out a way that they can kind of get into the industry. So this is a hot off the presses infographic that we recently created to show the types of jobs, not the breadth of jobs, but the types of jobs that are embedded in the Solar Decathlon. So it's a very busy chart, it's on our website, and it's interactive. So what we've done here is we've identified jobs across the spectrum, right, that have to do with the different, with the different contests. So for each job category, we've aligned it with which contest it's part of, so that some of them you can see are part of the house, but some of them are outside of the house. So we have communication professionals, we have website developers. All that's important because some of those are embedded in the communication contest. And so on our website, if you go on it, you could click on architect, and we bring down Bureau of Labor Statistics information about, what does an architect do? How much does an architect make? What kind of educational requirements does it have? What can you expect to make in that field? So just a little bit to kind of push the envelope that we see Solar Decathlon really translating into actual jobs. So where have we been? A little history. This is going to be our 8th competition. We've had 7 in the United States. In addition to that, it's really become this international phenomenon. There have been 5 competitions to date internationally, and we're expecting 5 more in 2018 and 2019. There was a lot of students that are impacted by these competitions, and we estimate that 35,000 students, who we call decathletes, have been involved worldwide. And as I mentioned, there's anywhere from 60 to 100,000+ house visits. So we estimate that there's been about 2 million house visits. And every competition in the United States, at least, gets literally billions of media impressions. And there's a lot of startups and careers that have been impacted by this. So just a couple more pick photos of some international competitions. This was in China in 2013, and this was in Versailles, France in 2014. So what's up? This is the really exciting part. So the next one is starting in less than 3 months in Denver, Colorado. It'll be the first time we're in Denver, and it's in a really interesting location. So for those of you, many of you have been out to Colorado, right near the new, Denver International Airport, there's a new transit line that connects the airport to the Union Station, which is kind of on the 16th Street Mall. And the Solar Decathlon will be on the first stop, 5 minutes from the airport. So this is the transit stop. And this is, by the way, a rendering. Right now, what is on the location is this is a solar-powered parking lot, and this is Panasonic Enterprise Solutions, which is the smart city side of Panasonic. They just built a new, very large building. This obviously is a rendering of where our solar village will take place. So these are the houses, and then this is where the sustainability, one of these is going to be where the Sustainability Expo. So in theory, you can take the RTD transit and get off and come and experience the Solar Decathlon. This is a rendering of what the city of Denver expects this smart development to look like in a few years. So what's so great about it is it really embodies what we're trying to communicate with the Solar Decathlon, right? So it is, it's transit-oriented. It's a mixed-use community where there'll be residential, commercial, there'll be hotels, the ability to work and live and socialize in the same community, all hopefully saving a lot of energy. This is a collage of renderings of this year's houses. This is kind of what the teams are coming up with. And as you can see, they're each very different. Going back to the contest, Market Appeal is one of the 10 contests. So each team comes up with a target market and kind of a theme that they want to present. And very often they have to do with where the teams are, right? So if you're from Florida, you're dealing with humidity and heat and an aging population. In some cases, we have a team that's a couple teams that's dealing with low income, where rapidly increasing housing prices, and they're trying to deal with that, deal with like infill locations, or in some cases, teams are trying to deal with resiliency and resiliency against emergency situations or really poor bad weather events. So these are our teams. 10 of them are from the United States, and 2 are from Europe. And as you can see, they're across the United States. And we're happy to say that there is a local team who has joined. The University of Denver has joined the University of California, Berkeley team. So that will be nice at the event. So as I mentioned, this is DOE's largest public event. It's really, we are very good at DOE about talking to each other and then talking to our industry partners and talking to universities. We rarely talk to the public. And this is really where, the cool factor of DOE comes in. And this is our opportunity to really communicate that to the public. So if you are in Colorado, October 5th to the 15th, 2017, please come. Tell everybody you know who lives out there. And tell our Golden Field Office folks. We will be, it is free to the public, free to anybody to come and take a tour of the village, take a tour of the different houses. Part of the communications contest are the students have to give really great tours, and they have to give short, medium, and long tours. There's also the Sustainability Expo, which is part of like a large tent. We want to have an opportunity to also teach people and really interact with them. And so there's going to be opportunities to learn all about energy efficiency, water conservation, smart home solutions, but also we have consumer and professional workshops that are, again, free to the public. STEM education is bigger and better at the Solar Decathlon. Every competition we try and dedicate 4 days, so the Thursday and Friday of the 2 weeks, to middle school school visits. So it's kind of a field trip, really fun time for students to come and have what they consider a full day field trip. It's a 3-hour experience when they're at the Solar Decathlon where they get to go and have kind of learn about it, learn about energy, and then they get to go tour the houses, they get to tour the Sustainability Expo. There's all kinds of educational activities that we're bringing in this year. But a nice new feature is we're going to also provide professional development for teachers in Colorado on the middle Saturday. What's really nice too is that these kids get to interact with college students who are less than 10 years older than they are, and they really serve as amazing, inspiring role models. These are our current sponsors, so it's everywhere from the Denver mayor and the Colorado governor to the airport has been amazing. We're also working with the local utility, which is Xcel Energy. Panasonic, of course, is involved, and then just a whole load of others that are involved. There's some, okay, so let me just keep going. So this is a really fun contest. So this is the Sustainable Architecture Doghouse Competition. The Denver International Airport is hosting this competition. They're our partner, and they're trying to drive attention and visitors to come to our competition. So what they're doing is they have challenged local design firms to design solar-powered dog houses. that will then be displayed at the airport and also at the Denver Science Museum to kind of talk about Solar Decathlon. But also, and then there will be a contest winner that I'm one of the jurors for that. And then they're going to auction off the solar-powered dog houses to the public. So I should mention that I didn't know this, maybe you didn't know this either, but the Denver airport and maybe other airports, they have something called the Canine Assistant Therapy, something with an S, the CATS program, where they have dogs that are available to help relieve anxiety of people who have a fear of flying. So on their website, they have a list of all their dogs. They're adorable dogs, and each design firm can pick which dog it's designing for. So anyway, it's really fun contest. So how can you get involved? You can follow us on social media. You can come to our website. We're very active on, particularly on Facebook and Twitter, but we have all kinds of fun videos on YouTube. Anyway, you can see we have just a lot of ways to interact. You can volunteer or tell anybody you know. We need about 1,000 volunteers. So you can go on our website and just hit volunteer. And you can visit in person, as I mentioned. And you can visit virtually. So one of the new innovations for this competition is we really want to take advantage of the social media innovations and improve how you can visit the Solar Decathlon even if you're not in Colorado. So we're going to have a virtual visit site where you can see a time-lapse camera of how the village is evolving. And you can see tours of the houses. We are going to have Facebook Lives every day. And we're going to hopefully have a way for you to interact on our various social media channels, because we really want to feel the interaction, particularly with teachers and the public who is really excited by this topic. So what's next? These are the international competitions that are coming up. As you can see, China, Latin America, and the Caribbean will be the second competition that they've had. There will be the first Middle East competition also in 2018. And then in 2019, there will be the first Solar Decathlon Africa in Morocco. And I think the fourth one in Europe, which will be in Hungary. And then we're expecting to do the next Solar Decathlon in the US in 2020. So where are the houses now? This is really cool. I've spent a lot of time on this. So everybody wants to know what happens to the houses after they leave the competition. So we've just updated our website with the 2013 and 2015 information, but you can go on our website and you can see where are the houses, and they're all over the place. Some of them are privately owned, some of them have been destroyed, some of them are an Airbnb, some are museum displays, including at the Frank Lloyd Wright House. Some are housing students in a solar village because one team has been involved so much. Some are housing park rangers. Some are one is at the McDonald Observatory. So they're all over the place. It's really fun. So Solar Decathlon is just an amazing event. I'm a huge fan. It hits on a lot of different things. So it really advances the goals that DOE has for energy technology and energy efficiency and workforce development. It introduces new technologies to the market. It inspires people to imagine themselves living in this advanced, innovative houses, and it teaches them how to save money. And it's a very unique workforce development program. So it's really just an amazing thing that DOE does, and I hope that you will, if you can't come in person, that you can attend virtually. So that's it. I think that's it. I just have more pictures. Thanks.